Good morning. Welcome to May. We are here today with, there's going to be two segments really quick. You're going to be really excited about both of them, but the first one is definitely going to entertain you, get your mouth watering. It's going to be exciting. So first, of course, a shout out to all of our sponsors. So Hy-Vee, Unity Point Health, Trinity Muscatine, Muscatine Power and Water, Becky Insurance, Toyota of Muscatine, Rivo Plumbing and Heating, Impact Fitness and Nutrition, Suntan City, Lutheran Living Senior Campus, Impact Life Blood Center, Harper's Cycling and Fitness. Okay, we have two guests with us today, Lori and Ashley. I was going to try to think of your Golden Girls name because of the hair, but I'm not sure. So they're here with Starbucks because it's May, and that means that it's all about the moms. Or maybe the Golden Girls, is that the thing? Yep. They're the Golden Girls in your lives. So tell us what you have.
So this week we are promoting a Frappuccino inspired by Golden Girls, which, my hair. It's the Golden Girls Cheesecake Frappuccino. For Mother's Day, we thought it would be really nice for someone to come in and grab something for any mom in your life. It is a white mocha with vanilla and hazelnut with caramel and crunch on top. So we're doing this all week long. It'd be great to surprise your mom, and you can get it today, tomorrow, or Mother's Day. And here's Lori. She'll kind of explain.
If you say, well, my mom doesn't like coffee, my mom doesn't like Starbucks, you can. This particular one is made with a coffee base. If your mom doesn't like coffee or has never had Starbucks and you don't want to give her coffee, you can ask for a cream base. So it would be just the milk and the syrup. It's got a...
It's like a milkshake.
Yep, it's basically like a white mocha milkshake with a little taste of hazelnut, a little taste of vanilla, and of course the caramel drizzle and the crunchies on top. You can hardly go wrong. So those of you that don't watch Golden Girls, cheesecake is their go-to. They wake up in the middle of the night or one of them has something going on, they always have cheesecake. So we just thought this would be fun. Not that your mom is a Golden Girl or anything, but your mom really is golden. So we just thought we'll do something for the cheesecake and for the mom in your life. So
and it is very good and delicious.
It's delicious.
And sugary.
Okay, so are the crunchies like graham cracker?
They're like a sugar.
Never had crunchies on a
Have you
graham
ever tried our caramel ribbon crunch Frappuccino? Okay. It's very popular. That is the topping that we put on that.
It's
so
like a sugary
crunch.
crunch.
Like a caramel sugar topping.
Delicious.
So this would be sort of a caramel cheesecake.
Okay.
But definitely cheesecake for the Golden Girls, and moms are definitely golden in everybody's life. Yes. So stop by, see us, and you don't even have to be a mom to order one.
No.
So.
Okay, so you've got the hair and the glasses. Your shirt?
Well, my shirt, I've got...
we're going to be wearing these all this week.
Representing the Golden Girls, and stay tuned for a commercial.
For our summer one launch next week, featuring me and Lori in a beach towel.
Stay tuned for our commercial, our ad for the Golden Girl Frappuccino as well.
We have some special guests.
We have some special guests for that as well. So hope to see everybody here this week. The weather may be getting a little bit warmer, so perfect time to get yourself a blended drink. So
we decided, we were at the ballpark all weekend, and we decided that spring just forgot us.
It did.
So summer is next. It has to be, right?
I took a huge walk yesterday and I could not get warm. So
it is cold.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Need a little sun.
We need some sun for sure. So with this drink, it's going to come lots of sun and warm weather.
Great.
It has to.
Sounds good.
It has to. All right.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Stop and see them at Starbucks this week and get your Frappuccino. We'll cut to a commercial real quick and then we'll be back with Megan.
Hi, I'm TJ Deere, General Manager here at Toyota of Muscatine.
Hi, I'm Megan and I'm from Muscatine.
My name is Logan and I'm from Muscatine.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe in investing in our community.
And that's why all our members are local to the Muscatine area.
It's why we give generously to charities based in our city.
Because we believe that giving back means paying it forward.
That's why an investment in us is an investment in our community.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Okay, we are back with Megan, who's here to talk to us about the Alzheimer's Walk. Megan and I could probably talk about a lot for a very long time. We love to start chatting and talk about all things Muscatine and just what's going on, and maybe, I don't know, what we're doing this weekend. Anyway, so we will try to keep ourselves contained a little bit.
All right, focus.
I do want to point out, I know this isn't like a real purple, but I feel like
yeah, I'm glad you came, dressed for the topic.
dressed the same.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So Alzheimer's, purple, which we will get into talking about purple a lot. But to kick off May, something exciting is coming up on Wednesday.
Yes. So we are celebrating and really trying to inspire a lot of our team captains. So on Wednesday, we have a virtual team kickoff. And you can go on the Facebook page, you can go on the website and register. Whether you can attend, it's just 12 to 12:30, so it kind of hits that lunchtime, have a little bit to eat, get inspired on fundraising for the walk, and really why we get together and do this. Or as long as you're registered, you'll get a recording of it. So if that noon doesn't fit into your schedule, watch it on demand at any time, but you do need to be registered.
So you have to be registered, and you do that through the website.
Yep.
Okay, real quick, when is the walk?
So the walk is September 23rd.
Okay.
It's a Friday night. We returned to the Friday night after it was just a really popular time last year. It was great to get out. And it will be at 5:30.
Okay.
We got a lot of feedback last year that we needed to start really after that work ends.
Yes.
Instead of right at that kind of end of work time. So we did push it to 5:30.
People can go change their shoes, they can come walk. So the walk is, of course, a great evening, and it's very important for awareness, and so, but it really is, that's kind of the awareness part where you celebrate everyone that's drawn attention for these past few months and the months leading up to the event, right? So it's important that we kick off early and that you get your teams registered this week. If they don't make it this week and they miss the virtual thing, can they still sign up later, or do they have to sign up now?
They do, for that virtual, they have to sign up now to see that. But the really nice thing about the Alzheimer's Association is it's year-round fundraising. So really the walk is like the celebration. It's a chance to get together for those teams and families to just hear about what other people are going through. Really to know that you've got kind of a village around you and walk together. But fundraising's all year round. So even after walk day, you can continue to fundraise at the end of the year. And what the Alzheimer's Association does really nicely is if you follow our Facebook page, which is Muscatine Walk to End Alzheimer's, every month there are kind of little incentives that you get to maybe raise an extra $50 this month, kind of refocus you a little bit. Right now there's a post up for Mother's Day ideas. So, have a tea or sell some bouquets of flowers leading up to Mother's Day. Mother's Day is next Sunday. Just going to remind all of the fathers out there, anybody who needs this reminder.
And the kids.
I know.
Yes.
I ran into a bunch of people this weekend who were like, what? Next weekend's Mother's Day? So I put up on my Facebook, I'm like, anyone who needs to remember this. It's next Sunday, May 8th. But so, do a little flower fundraiser with, some homegrown flowers if they're growing in this weather, right?
Yes.
Just some fun little ideas that you could raise $20 or $40 a month. And then by the end and by walk day, you're a grand champion raising $1,000 and towards a great cause.
So if you're fundraising, you sign up, peer-to-peer fundraising, right? You're asking people for money. Signing up doesn't mean that you have to make all of the donations. So if your commitment or your way to help with Alzheimer's is not financially, you're still a supporter and you're going to help other people raise that money for you. So you don't have to just have a check ready to go to be part of the walk. You're going to use those fundraising ideas and things that you mentioned.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay anything to sign up at the time you register. Yeah. So it is encouraged to make a self-donation towards your own goal and to set a goal. We hope that everybody will set a goal for $100. That earns a walk t-shirt. Okay. And But then it gives a lot of great, easy ways to just link your team to your Facebook page and just ask people. And that's usually how I get my first $100. It's just, I've registered, I make a small self-donation, and then I link that up. And usually just letting people know we're kicking off the season. I've got some friends who, as I started this whole journey, we brought the walk back to Muscatine, and I posted that up. I had a number of friends actually out from California where I grew up who were like, thank you for doing this. I just found out my mom has it, or my dad was suffering, or we just lost my grandma. And you don't realize how many people have dealt with that. And what their journey is. So just putting that out there too kind of makes them go, oh, I've got other people fighting for me.
Yeah, and you don't know, even as a community. I think if you asked me 5 years ago if I knew someone that had been affected by Alzheimer's, or my answer probably would have been no. And in that short time frame, I do now. So I think too, knowing that the walk exists, that there are people in this community, it draws a crowd. I've gotten to go to a couple of them. Last year I did not. I've never done a team. I've tried to volunteer, so there's other ways to get involved in the day of, but I'm sure that's a little ways away. So Megan will be back to talk about that for sure and ask for volunteers. But the stories that they share are powerful, and then so it works both ways, right? As someone who's not affected, you see the impact that it has, and you want to get involved and be supportive, and you learn some ways to be supportive too. And then they get to see that there is a community that they can rely on a little bit too, because it really is a disease that the whole family gets in a sense, right? So you guys are doing great work with all of that. And there's more, right? Okay, so we've talked a little bit about May, the kickoff on Wednesday.
Yep.
And then...
So June coming up right after, and we'll be back to talk a little bit more as we actually get into June, but it's crazy to think we're planning June already. We're planning September as well, but we're really planning June.
Yeah, so June's just around the corner because it's May.
Yeah.
And cold.
But I really have hopeful that there will be sun in June. But it is Alzheimer's and Brain Awareness Month. So the whole month is really a lot of information, just awareness, how to deal with things, how to support caregivers. There's a ton of unpaid caregivers who are caring for family members and trying to balance any other part of their life as well. And how do you navigate those? And so we are going to be looking to paint the town purple towards the end of the month. The 21st is the longest day of the year, which is another kind of acknowledgement with the Alzheimer's.
I feel like we just had the shortest day of the year, and now it's the longest day that's going to be coming up soon.
So we're going to be looking to paint the town purple. So we'll be coming around as a committee and giving people ideas, but start thinking now, what can your business do? What can you do at home? Changing lights, putting out purple, wearing purple for the week.
Okay, so Hy-Vee needs to start stocking up on purple light bulbs.
There we go.
Right?
There we go. I have the color changing light bulbs, and I have a remote.
That you just change it every month.
We do change them for the season.
It's law enforcement awareness, blue.
Yep.
She just sits on her couch and changes her light color. Awesome. We need to get those. Okay, Megan will share her Amazon link to purchase those.
But yeah, just, what are those things? And again, it may be that all week you wear purple and there may be someone that you work with or someone that you pass in the grocery store that's fighting their own fight and they needed to know that they have someone supporting.
And maybe someone that just gets it and recognizes it, and if they needed to open up and just talk for a second, that you knew what they were talking about. So it's great. Yeah. Okay, so what else do we need to know about the Alzheimer's Walk? Anything else?
Glad to report discovered the working with the Alzheimer's Association and how we can support the community.
Hey, yes. I don't know if you guys just heard Chris, like deer in the headlights. What, Chris? So he just announced that Discover Muscatine is partnering and supporting the Alzheimer's Walk and looking to support them all year round. So it's always exciting when they make a commitment to, just like Megan said, if you commit that first $10 and people are like, oh, thank you, I'm going to go in too. So Discover Muscatine is doing it. So more people to follow. How many teams do you have signed up, actually?
So our goal is 30 teams this year. Our fundraising goal is $30,000. We totally blew our goal of $24,000 out of the water last year, so course, we got to bump that up
You have to.
and challenge a little bit more. We already have 19 teams registered today.
Nice.
So that's really exciting. 5 of those are brand new teams to our walk. So that's the goal too. You know, we love our teams that are returning, and you know, they really do have some sort of cause or really, you know, a commitment. But to see those new teams join our fight is really exciting.
That's great.
And Discover Muscatine, going off Chris's comment, I will say that they do a lot of great articles as well from the Alzheimer's Association. So in June, look for information, but more of those awareness, the 10 signs for Alzheimer's, just a lot of that information.
Yeah. Autumn commented on our thing, Autumn Schultz too. So she's part of the committee doing lots of planning. So shout out to you as well, Autumn, and everyone on the committee. Yeah. How often do you guys meet? You're working hard. There's so many people. Last month we talked about volunteers and how important they are and how they really kind of just make everything go round. This is a team that is working tirelessly all of the time doing this, so I can't even keep track. You guys are meeting all of the time. I think I even said it to you last week. I'm like, oh my gosh, you never stop.
So we meet once a month. So the fact that it's all year round, as we get closer to the walk, we meet a little bit more often. But we do, you know, space it out. And what can we do a little bit different this month? Autumn and Scott are a fantastic part of our committee. If you didn't look at their Facebook as well, shout out to small business and the way that they get involved around town.
Yeah.
We have really almost doubled our committee this year. So Jordan Lloyd, Kayla Bartling, sorry. Wow, that was a throwback there. Kayla Bartling. Joan Rafter, returning, Audrey Lyons, and then Autumn and Scott. I'm really trying to think through here.
I know I was going to say you shouldn't have started naming them.
And then we've added to our team Michelle Rhodes and Nick Horn. Michelle with United Way and Nick Horn with MCSA. And then we've got some other subcommittee members that are helping make phone calls, touches with team captains. Again, just ideas and encouragement. It is a long time until walk, but again, if you just do those little bits and you're like, who could I ask for a little of something today?
Yeah. Well, and honestly, you need to plan now because we all know September. September is like an April, and then it's like a May, and then it's every evening is booked. Yeah. So if you start planning ahead now, then this is going to be something that's just on your calendar. It's not going to come to walk day, and you're going to have a conflict because you're going to be ready to go. So just put it on your calendar right now, and then put Wednesday 8 a.m. on your calendar. Sign up. And then put noon on your calendar.
There you go.
On Wednesday also. Okay, so
the virtual one.
The what?
For the virtual.
For the virtual.
Kickoff. Yeah.
Yes, for the virtual kickoff.
I think those are the big ones right now.
Yeah.
But
I almost jumped into something else on Wednesday because
I know, there's a lot
it's so
going
exciting.
I will also give a shout out to come out to the walk the 23rd, and then there's a Friday Fest right after it. So, get that walk in, really celebrate with us for the success that I know we're going to have this year, and then, let's go have a Friday Fest.
Is it May?
Enjoy.
So almost Friday Fest is back.
Almost Friday Fest
this month.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's going to be warm.
It better be. That kind of should bring the warmth, right? I think they ordered that
or rain. Last year it brought rain, so that needs to not happen this year. We're all ready to be outside. It has to happen right. I think by this time last year I was sunburned. I was in the pool. It was totally different.
Yeah.
Okay, so the walk's happening. So can we shift gears for just a
Let's
second?
Let's shift them.
Okay,
yeah.
Now where do we want to shift it to? Because I feel like there's so much. So since we're talking about walks, we have to give a shout out, and I'm not sure if they're on the show this week because I don't look at the schedule or prepared. I'm just the fill-in, and they just let me come on and talk about things. But the Muscatine Diabetes Prevention Walk is
Friday night.
So I haven't signed up yet.
I have.
I know Kim's still going to let me come though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Registration starts at 6:30 at Discovery Park, and then they'll have a ceremony at 6:45, and then the actual walk starts at 7.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
And it's going to be nicer this weekend. I've been checking the forecast because it's fall season, so we want to know where we're sitting all weekend. If it's going to be hot, cold, wet, rainy, dry, whatever, windy, we don't know. But it looks like it's going to be pretty okay, warming up a little bit. If not, you're going to be walking and moving anyway, and so you're going to do
We just got to get out there and do it. We got to fight the weather and just be outside.
Yeah, we don't care what the weather does. We're here. It's May. Okay, so sign up for that. If you're not doing anything Friday night, this is a family affair. Take everyone you know, count those steps. It's really just raising awareness for healthy lifestyles and well-being, and that, you know, people living with diabetes, they're just active. We're out and about, and they need our support too, because it's just exhausting. And so let's raise awareness for that as well, help raise some funds for support of those families, research all of the things that go into battling anything like that. And check out their Facebook page, because they're doing so much stuff in the community and getting kids engaged at such an early age, talking about it, understanding what other people are going through, their peers, their family members, things like that. So, Muscatine Diabetes Prevention Program.
Yeah.
Yes, check that out. And shout out to Kim Sligman, of course, who puts all of that on. So.
Yeah. Switch again?
We could switch again. We need like a wheel or something, and we can just be like,
we're going to cover it all.
Yes, I know. Okay,
it's a busy week.
Because also this week, Megan and I, really, Megan has done so much work, and the Chamber of Commerce has done so much just recognition of our community and paying attention to what it needs and how much we want it to grow, and trying to shout from absolutely everywhere how much we love Muscatine.
Yeah.
And we do.
Yes.
We love Muscatine.
Yes.
So we have been part of the Live Muscatine initiative through the Chamber Ambassadors Program, working along GMCCI, some realtors, some of our HR friends. Shout out to all of you. You can name them if you want, but I'm going to forget someone, and I'm not even trying. But we have our Live Muscatine orientation. We've done a kickoff before where we ask business leaders, HR representatives, realtors, people that are going to be coming in contact with a new Muscatine resident to come and check it out, give us feedback. What do you need for those transplants or newer members, or maybe somebody that's been around for a little while that just is ready to learn more how they can get involved in Muscatine. So the orientation, it's open to the public with registration. Don't just show up or you can't eat.
Right.
But that is Wednesday.
Wednesday at noon.
At noon, also at noon.
I know, so that's why I had
you
to
have
mention.
an earbud in and you're doing both. We won't tell anyone.
You can get the recording of the Alzheimer's one later. You can come to the orientation at noon and take part in it all. But yeah, it's really just a nutshell, kind of Muscatine in a nutshell, and really a peek into ways to get engaged. So what's crazy is I hear a lot, there's nothing going on in Muscatine, and sitting here we just listed 5 things that you can do like this week. Hey! And that was Matt Schweitzer. So it starts off with a little bit of history and some really kind of cool facts into our industry, which even at this point, I think I've been here for 13 years, and when I saw that full list together, it's like there is so much industry here in Muscatine. And then it really talks about fun things to do around town, indoor activities, outdoor activities, ways to get involved, our trail system, our bikes, I mean everything, clubs, into how to navigate the health care and school system, where to get your utilities done, what the city does, what the county does. It's all of it. All of it. And then how to get involved, volunteer, events, annual events, all of that stuff going on in an hour.
Yeah. And so I was born and raised in Muscatine, right? And I learned things during this that I didn't know. So we're still just learning a lot about the community. And if you're in a funk and you're like, oh, I don't know. Our friend Tony Tone had a Facebook post this week about something that his kids did, and they were kind of just hanging out downtown, and he's always got things going on. And there was a comment on it that just said, if someone doesn't know what to do in Muscatine, they just need to follow Tony on Facebook, because he's always got some random place that he's at, or he's just walking around, just making it exciting. Our experiences are definitely what we make them. We have the ability to make it so much fun. So you can send Tony a friend request if you want to know what he's got going on. But otherwise, follow those Facebook pages. Look at the Alzheimer's Walk, Muscatine Diabetes Prevention. Muscatine Community Y has a lot of stuff going on. It's soccer season, it's baseball season, it's track season. I mean, there is so much going on. And if you're not that outdoor person, there's lots of indoor things going on. The Art Center always got some. I know we could talk forever about what it is, but we will not. One last thing, because there's maybe even a time limit. They might just shut us off.
They probably already have.
Technical difficulties. Sorry about that. One last thing. So this week kicks off Teacher Appreciation Week. And can we just like give it up for all of the teachers?
Yes.
Because they've had the hardest jobs. Their jobs have always been hard. But really, over the last almost few years, I don't even know, their jobs they have adapted and just done so much more out of the general day-to-day that they probably ever thought they signed up for. So really let them know. This year, you can even let them know in person. You could probably send snacks. I think food's been off the table for a couple of years, but you know, it's not now, so you can really send your love in a lot of different ways.
Yep. On my way out, I'm going to grab a couple of plants.
Perfect.
At the Hy-Vee Floral for the kids to take tomorrow. And we've got a couple other little gifts and cards to just say thank you. And
That's awesome. I still have no idea what I'm going to do. I was at a school this morning and someone had brought in a box of just little treats. Like there were little treats in there that I thought were so cute. So something like that. And I think, you know, even take some sidewalk chalking, just go write a big message in front of the school and tell them how much you appreciate them. Tell your kids to be extra good this week.
yeah.
I know. Right?
That could be appreciation enough right
that
there.
Just be good.
Really behave.
Use your manners, pay attention, don't sleep in class, you know, something like that. So again, you don't even have to spend money, but just make sure that you're making their week a little bit easier and more enjoyable. So thank you to teachers, and thanks to Megan for coming on.
Yeah.
And then we'll hear more soon from you about the Alzheimer's Wax. So I don't even know what national day it is or anything like that, but Teacher Appreciation Week, there's nothing else exciting going on except for 1 million other things. So thank you for joining us on Monday. I tune in tomorrow and see who the next host is.
We've all been through a lot together, and along the way, you'll find out who really cares for you and who you can trust. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens in life, like those days when the amazing happens, or those days that are really, really hard. That's why you need someone like Unity Point Health. Because when it comes to your health, you gotta have someone you can trust. Unity Point